Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading, as I say, every single day for serious minded people. If you are looking for mystical creatures, if you're looking for cosmic experiences, rainbows, lollipops, unicorns, it's not for you. It's not the reading for you. This is a reading for people who want to be inspired. They want to manifest. Now, you realize that that's a gift from birth, and we manifest all the time. Usually it's negatively because we're very insecure little punks, all of us. And so we get scared real easily, and when we get scared, we're wide open. And all you have to do is look at the world right now and look. The puppet masters are getting their way just by scaring us. I think at this point, the scare factor is wearing off a little bit. I think the more of these disasters that are brought to light, the more people become numb. Unfortunately, leaning in the direction of Pink Floyd, that is the song Comfortably Numb. Right? But there is, in that sense, a kind of awakening. People going, holy shit, I got it. I got it. I see what you're doing. I see what you've been doing. Thing is, this has been going on for literally, without exaggeration, centuries. Started before the industrial age, but the battle has been the same probably over the last 7,000 years, recorded history. We know there's more human history before 7,000, but we had the Younger Dryas, another cold spell, the Older Dryas, the Ice Age, all kinds of things thrown in there, and so we don't really pick up on anything of note in terms of human existence till about 13,000 years from now, going back 13,000 BC, 11,000 to 12,000, 13,000, somewhere in there. And we don't even have much then. All we do is have these monumental ruins, which are astounding, but we don't know much more than that. So we have to go back to about 6,000, 7,000 years ago, once we got through all the climatic situations, the Older Dryas, the Ice Age, the Younger Dryas, and into where we are now. The battle has always been those who have and those who haven't. The rich, the powerful, beating up the average human being, poor, defenseless. Always been that way. This latest round started around the industrial age, about 1600s. Before that, you can start to pick up pieces, but certainly it started in full force. And what we're dealing with today really kind of started in the 1600s. That's when you had the puppet masters of the day deciding that they were going to try to control the whole planet. Now, didn't have the technology of today, didn't have the experience of the puppet masters today, but that idea has survived centuries, and we're seeing the end result of it right now, and that's why people are slowly waking up to the fact that you've been handed a line of bullshit. Didn't know it, but it's becoming evident. In fact, Mark Twain said something, boy, he was good for saying a whole lot of great things. But one of the things he says that certainly applies right now, and that is it's easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled. Easier to fool somebody than to convince them they have been fooled. That's ego. No, you couldn't do that to me. Bullshit. I pull your pants down over your knees, and you're never even going to notice the difference. And in fact, you may even deny. You look down and see the pants below your knees, you're going to deny that that's even the case. Human beings, unfortunately, are myopic, cowardly, and lazy. And they're paying the price for it now. Problem is, the bill has come due. You can't push it to the next generation. You can't pass it on, delay it, sidestep it. You can't do it. One of the interesting and I'm a conspiracy theorist, I say proudly. Actually, conspiracy theory is actually a preview of coming attractions. That's the way it's turned out. all the stuff that I've believed since, well, certainly 9/11, but I can go back to assassination of JFK. All those little parts and pieces that I couldn't put together, I've put together since then. And every time that I exercised my conspiracy theory muscle, turned out to be absolutely right. Maybe not in every detail, but the storyline was on target. And so you have to wonder, with this LA fire and all the stuff that surrounds it, the lack of water, the lack of preparation, in fact, actual interference with fire protection in LA, that is all very suspicious stuff. It becomes even more interesting when you keep in mind that LA is supposed to be the place for the Olympics 2028. And their plans were to show LA as a 15-minute community. Meaning, as big as LA is, a lot of 15-minute communities. And I remember when they brought that up a couple of years ago, I thought, how the hell are they going to do it? Well, this would certainly help them out, wouldn't it? You had to start over from new. And if you wonder where they're going, high-rise apartments all over the place, just like you see in Taiwan. You want to check out what life can be like in LA, certainly America? Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of high-rises, people crammed in, and the rich people owning and controlling everything else. That's a conspiracy theory, but it kind of fits. They've already said they want a 2028 for the Olympics. They want the 50-minute city idea presented. Won't be finished, but certainly can be presented, highlighted. And with all the lack of preparation and actual interference, you got to make you wonder. So this is why this is a serious tarot reading. But it gets complicated because tarot is not predictive. I've done tarot for over 20 years. I've never, ever, ever, ever seen in any meaningful way tarot predict a damn thing. Nothing. Once in a while, they get lucky, but by and large, no. However, I've also done numerology and astrology for over 50 years. That's 50. And those two things predict very, very well because they're the science of cycles. Okay? The science of cycles. I did a little bit of that yesterday. We were talking about Uranus going into Gemini coming up, I think, later on this year. And we went back and looked back in the Middle Ages. Every time Uranus went into Gemini, there was something astounding that happened. I may do something like that again just to kind of give you a theme, because I want you to understand the themes. I'm not worried about the specifics. They will become evident. But I'm concerned about the themes. Tarot is the science of potential. Astrology and numerology, science of cycles. Tarot, the science of potential. That means you have to get involved. You can't sit on your ass and go, well, hey, isn't that nice? Yes or no? You got to decide to get involved, not get involved. It's the science of potential. And even with astrological readings and numerological readings, when you do a reading, let's say for a group of 10 people, 9 of the 10 are going to say, well, that was a nice reading, but it really doesn't move me. That one person out of 10 will go, whew, man, that was powerful. Same thing, by the way, with tarot. I'm putting this out here, and I do a brand new read every day, 365. Putting this out here, and most of the people who are paying attention to it are going, well, that's a nice read, and it's interesting. You brought up some facts, and I repeat a lot of facts because I want you to understand how serious this is. This is not fairy tale stuff. I am giving you frequency readings that apply to right now, here and now. And with tarot, that means you have responsibility to respond or not to respond. You do that through manifesting. By the way, I was just reading an article last night about artificial intelligence. Talk about Pandora's box. Oh, man. I don't see anything good coming out of this. They're selling it as good. It's another manipulation. It's another psyops. The one thing that separates us right now, for the time being, is your ability to manifest, your ability to be self-aware. Robots haven't quite gotten there yet. They're physically superior, there's no question about it. And they can recall data faster than you and I, no question about it. But they cannot manifest, they cannot imagine, not yet. So with that in mind, let's get to today's reading and see if we can't help you to manifest. We got the 5 cards in front. The one in the middle is the Oracle card. It sets the mood. It says time to go. Time to go. Get up and leave. Number up in the right-hand corner is 45. 4 is stability. 5 is change. You're looking to change. And the 4 and 5 together equal 9. So you're looking to end something to begin something else in your life. Something you have said, okay, that's enough. I've had enough. But you're going to do more than just walk away. You are going to be walking toward something. It's not going to be like you're roaming in the desert lost somewhere. I am stopping this to go to this. Here's the meme for today. A Big Mac doesn't cost $3.99. A Big Mac doesn't cost $3.99. It costs you your health. Netflix doesn't cost $17.99. It costs you your time. Social media isn't free. It costs you your focus. There is always, always, always a hidden cost, and that's what we're becoming aware of. They're sending you this way so they can control you and have more money. And up to this point, we have gone like willing sheep. But I think people are starting to wake up, and that's what you're doing. That's why you are choosing time to go. But not just leaving, you have a destination. Let's go all the way to the left. The card on the left is the 10 of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. The 10 means you have been stabbed in the back, oh man, mercilessly, and you're aware of it now. You're aware that you've been betrayed, let down. You are a victim. Doesn't mean you have to act like a victim, but you have been taken advantage of. And the swords being truths or lies. In this case, you were stabbed in the back with them lying to you about everything. So we move to the next card. It is the 9 of Wands. Wands are positivity, enthusiasm, joy, excitement, gratitude. And the 9 of Wands says you are determined to move on. You understand you've been stabbed in the back. You've been lied to. You've been betrayed in every way possible. You know that now. And so now you are going to stand and fight. And that doesn't mean necessarily a physical fight, although I got to tell you, somehow, some way, I don't think we can avoid that. We'll see. By the way, we have our 250th anniversary in America. 250 years old, America, July 4th, 2026. That's how long this new administration has to fix things substantially for the middle class and the poor. July 4th, 2026. 250 years old. Let's get it taken care of. If not, we may have to go back to 1776. Discussion for another time. But you've made the choice. You understand you've been stabbed in the back. You're going to stand strong now. The 9 of Wands says, that's it. I'm done with the bullshit. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I'm done with the bullshit. Next card over is what's one of my favorites? It's a star card. It's the healing card. Your illumination is showing. You're aware. You're fully aware. But again, it's more than just walking away from something. It's having a destination to walk to. How you're going to get there, that's a different story. But you've had enough, and you want to move on to a destination. And that destination is here in the 6 of Pentacles. That's reciprocity. Pentacles are the value system. It's not simply money and cars and houses. And we're seeing how that is really being taken away from us. I mean, the true value of these things is really becoming very evident. Have you seen the prices of cars? Have you looked at how cars are not selling? They have cars sitting in dealers' lots a year, year and a half, 2 years, not sold. People can't afford them. And repairs, no better. And to make it even worse, because all the plastic parts and pieces, probably from China, the cars are pieces of shit. Houses. All you got to do is look at the fires in L.A. Not everybody's going to get their money. Do much damage. You're beginning to see that the stuff that was sold to you as being valuable, not so much. And so what you're looking for in the Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. Remember, first card, Ten of Swords, I got stabbed in the back. I don't want to do that anymore. I want fairness. I want fairness. So what you're doing in a general sense is walking away from what was unfair, from what was untruthful, to something that is truthful and more balanced, more fair. You're not simply walking away. You have a purpose because you realize now there is always, always, always a hidden cost to everything. That is the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested reading. Between now and the next time you and I do this, hopefully tomorrow, peace and blessings.